There are very few reasons why we'd want to get up at dawn on vacation, but early access to the Sistine Chapel is one of them. In Rome, we booked a small group tour with LivItaly and met our delightful guide Giulia at first light, just outside the Vatican Museum. Giulia took this time to highlight things to look out for inside, including little-known secrets and the backstory of Michelangelo's famous work. Just as we were allowed in, I noticed the lines had quadrupled in size. The gilded Vatican Museums are beautifully quiet at that hour, and our group of 6 pretty much had them to ourselves. My only other time seeing the Sistine Chapel involved a lot of waiting, lots of crowds, and a generally cramped, uncomfortable experience. But on this special tour, we waltzed right in. The morning sun illuminated the chapel as we freely moved around, admiring all the details on our own for 30 whole minutes. Since photography is also prohibited, you'll just have to see the chapel for yourself. And you should, because no photo or video can do it justice. After Giulia led us on a very interesting tour of the expansive museums, I hadn't realized how many masterpieces were under one roof. The Hall of Busts was particularly striking. You could spend a whole week in these museums and still not see everything. The crowds joined us as we continued along, but we still learned a lot, and Giulia made it so much more intimate and accessible. I also appreciated our early access that much more. It was time for the second big highlight. We headed to St. Peter's Square, which was festively decorated as we were there a week after Christmas, just before Epiphany. Standing in the center of the plaza built by Bernini is a humbling sight, and truly, it is one of the most iconic places in the world. We ended in St. Peter's Basilica, a grandiose marvel, of course. We could take in Michelangelo's La Pietà, and we learned more about the intricate nave and altar. After all that marvelous history, the only way to truly digest all the mastery that we just experienced was with a glass of wine and a pizza. Very Roman indeed.